out in a place I said I wasn't coming back to, but it's all for good. Trusty Subaru. And on my way up to a thing that, as I've passed every time, I've walked by it 4 or 5 times, called it Eagle's Nest. That's what it shows as on Google, and I wondered why it was up there. Started doing a little more investigation, and there's a bunch of mines all sort of interconnected by these neat looking I'll call them goat trails, because they're switchbacks across the mountain up there that you cannot see from here, but that are pretty apparent on Google Earth. So if there's actually a trail that's not too hard to go to between all of these things, this could be a fun little exploration of a bunch of mines in one kind of loop. A lot of them are unnamed, or at least they're not named on the map. So I don't know if that means they're newer or older or just not very big. But that's my plan today, is to go follow the goat trail and check out all those mines. Came straight cross country. The GPS brought me to this goat trail, so I did find it. Now, if it goes all the way up the mountain, we will see. There's a cool cairn right over here I'm gonna go look at. Could just be bored people stacking rocks. There's also a stake right at the turnout to the cairn. So let's go look. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy. That was probably 400 feet up right off the bat. Didn't get time to warm up. So I'll blame it on that. Here's the cairn. Definitely intentional. Definitely big. And there's a post in the middle of it. I'm going with claim marker. Maybe there was a sign previously, but very old. And yeah, at least step one, I found the goat trail that I was looking for. The goat trail keeps going that way, but what I've labeled as first diggings is right over here. Again, no, at least on the maps I found, no actual name. And there are a ton of named mines in this area. So either, but they all seem to be like late 1800s, early 1900s. So either this was just too small, perhaps it came after. There's a lot of mines in the southwest that seem to come from like the 60s. I don't know if that was a resurgence or could just be too small. Well, here it is. Quite a bit of junk coming out of it. Yeah. I'm guessing not super deep, but worthy of a flashlight at least. Got all dressed up, and it appears to not go very far back. Let's still check it out. No bats so far. And yep, a little bit of, you know, bat poop and stuff. BE0108. A lot of really cool looking rocks. Need Jeff Williams to tell me what they all mean. But apparently, they didn't find what they were looking for. It's kind of the upper diggings of that same area. A lot of bluish, greenish color here. So, what I would call mineralization. Well, a little deeper than I thought. Here. Just checking to make sure there's no creatures. Lots of scat, as you would say. And yep, that's a fairly deep hole. This stuff is loose. Yeah. Lots of pretty blues. Lots of sparkly. Must not have been whatever the miners were looking for. Alright, well, it's nice and cool in here. Got a nice little break. I think my backpack is too heavy. I got so many extra batteries and water and everything. It's hard to know how much to pack when you're going out in the desert. And how to dress. It's only 55 degrees, and I have one sort of thin shirt on and an undershirt, and I am pouring sweat. 55 going up a mountain in the sun is different than 55 with a breezy and rainy in the East Coast. And I am batting 1,000 as far as GPS and Google Earth and everything. Here's a point that looked like a fork in the road. This one goes back towards the eagle's nest, and one other like sort of digging, and then that way it goes around the other side of the mountain to quite a few. Like it's like a spider web of trails all over this mountain. So very cool. That's why I wanted to check it out. It's always nice when the trail that you think you see on Google Earth is actually there, because I can attest to you, a lot of times it is not. Okay, this is beautiful for you Google Earth sleuths. This one isn't very hard. This is called Eagle's Nest, or Eagle Nest. Over near Sandy Valley. I have no idea why it's here. Whoops, I hear some crackling. I'm going to stay on the nail lines. It's not that big of a fall, but why break your leg if you don't have to? Yeah, so big platform up in the mountain. Very cool. I've seen it from down there quite a few times. If you find the trail and walk up here, it's relatively easy. If you don't find the trail and try to just gut it out, that would be a pretty rough hike. Another thing is there's a mine here. But the platform seems to have been built like obscuring the mine. So I have no idea. I don't know why they built the platform, what it was used for. It'd be kind of a cool camping spot. Maybe, as long as it doesn't fall through. Like Boy Scout camping or something. You'd have to have kids that aren't going to just fall off the side of the mountain. But I'll get the view on the way out, but of the eagle's nest, it's back over there. It's another diggings, and there's a almost vertical one right at the entrance. It's very clogged up. I don't think I'm going to check that one out. But there's some stuff back in here that we absolutely are going to check out. Again, a lot of mineralization. I've seen several of these tags laying around. It says something B2024. That might have just been an explorer. Some new trash, some older trash. Green is paint, pretty sure. I don't know, actually. That's got to be paint. Alright, Internet, you let me know if that's natural. I can think of no world in which that would be natural, but I am not a geologist. Alright, it goes back here and ends. Again, lots of greens, dark blues, whites, like salt-looking stuff. They're pretty rocks, if nothing else. I'll get some pictures of the eagle's nest from this view. I didn't actually walk back here. It's funny, some people on the internet are like, just go fast and explore. And then other people are like, wait, slow down, let me see those rocks. I don't know why somebody would paint all this with like green spray paint, if that's what it is. Maybe somebody just screwing around. It looks like maybe they were identifying veins or something. Possible places to dig. I think I found the end of the trail this way. First I was going to show you this nail that I found. Very cool. Looks pretty old. I don't know if it's focusing on it or not. But just like that here. Chunk of metal. Another cairn with some stakes. Guessing they were staking their claim, literally. Smithsonite mine, I think, is right there. But then, it's weird to see it from this side. I've been on that platform down there. And you go up through there, there's the Shenandoah mine up on the right. You can't see it. That one's huge. I think it like mushes with another mine to become even huger. And then the mobile mine, which I've yet to be able to get to. It's just a lead and zinc mine, but it's more of the fact that I can't get to it. That's what's frustrating. Glad I didn't try to come up this way. This is basically a cliff, which is why that nice trail is on the other side. I've seen a lot of these, what I'm calling brain plants. I don't know what they are. I can Google it later, but they look almost like something that would be on a, on like a coral reef. But they're not. They're in the desert. Oh wait, there might be a little digging under where I'm standing right now. I'll go check it out. Yeah, since I talked about them, I'll show you these plants. Looks like, you know, the part from last year just stays dead and looks like a brain, and then the new part grows on top of it. So they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I have not tried, but I'm sure they're very prickly. Based on the amount of tailings and the verticalness of this, I just don't think it goes very far. I'm not going to go to the hassle of climbing down through there. Especially because this is probably very explored, whereas the ones around the other side of the mountain, I'm sure there's other crazy people, but probably fewer than come up here. So spending my time and effort finding those. The trail has not steered me wrong. Still, there's the car down there. I swear I've been walking a lot. I'll have to look and see how far up I am. I'm going to take a break and get some water. But, just found this one that I labeled Site 2 on my own map. Because it doesn't appear to be named. And looks pretty extensive. I'm going to get in here and take a little water break. See what I can see. This one might be one that is cool, but I can't get to because it's really deep or steep. Stoked out down through there. I really don't like the look of the entrance either, so just kind of being a little careful through here. Some kind of bottle. Improves flavor, whatever it is. Good for them. This is neat. It's like a drum with a handle on the end. Obviously you would crank something up. Maybe they manually crank carts up or something. Oh, I bet it went in that little feature right there. Man, sketch. You can see the nails coming out, and where nails have already come out, and pieces aren't there anymore. Something something 08. What are the shiny sort of black? People have told me before is galena. I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, that would line stuff up from down there. It's all stoked out. This is just really not stable looking. Look at that. It's being held up by that. Yeah, lots of cracks. Lots of big rocks. I think that is galena. Do not have the urge to go down there. I could probably climb down just using that. Sort of do a pull up and get over. Yeah. Nope. It's sarcastically 101 ways to die in the desert. Not for reals. Might do a rock test just while I'm here. I don't think this is very deep. I think it's big, I don't think it's deep. 3. Yeah, it's like 15 or 20 feet down there. And I can see the bottom on the other side. It goes back a ways. Yeah, looks like it ends right back there anyway. But what is that? Okay, I might have to explore a little bit. All right, Mom, don't watch. What is this? It's like a red. Is that natural? I don't know. And scat. Sorry, trying to get where you can see it. Definitely a great place to hang out if we're trying to get out of the weather. I wonder if that red. I wonder if that's what they were mining. It's interesting. Never seen that before. I'm going to come check it out in a second. It's like a brick-like structure. Yeah, it's definitely a something. It's a vein of it, whatever it is. Yep, you see it going all up through there. Okay, so that's the end of that. There's canvas bags. This is a neat one. Man, this just keeps going. More poop. That's not good. Don't want to meet whoever created the poop. I'm not going to go. What's the bad thing is, whatever it is, if it is in here, will be driven back away from my voice until it couldn't anymore. And then it would turn around and try to kill me or run through me. So don't want to miss the chance to see this line. Okay, that's the end. And no mountain lions. Always a good sign. The air in here, I haven't gone down very deep. It's very, very stuffy. Until there's not another opening. Venting it. I needed my hands so I couldn't give you guys extra light. And there was light. I'm gonna make sure I have my headlamp on full bright. I do now. I think it wasn't. Sorry about that. I'm intrigued by this red. What is that stuff? It's almost like crayon. Okay, and then this, I found I am not going down this bad boy. Maybe it is crayon. I don't know what it is. That's weird. It's a little vein of it through here. This is vertical and wee depot, and with a very sketchy ladder. that appears to be backwards. All right, drop test. Okay. Looks like that is the bottom. Probably about 50 or 60 feet. Hercules powder, high explosives. Dual use of the boxes. Smart. Alright, now I'm going to climb back out of here and get the heck out of Dodge. The Google Earth does show a trail going up through there and then across that, I don't even know what to call it. I would call it a gully, but it's almost vertical, so whatever a vertical gully is. And wrapping around the mountain, actually to some diggings on the other side. But I've had a good day. I'm really impressed with just the trailage. Like this has been not an easy trail, but there is a trail. I'm impressed with the old miners that created it and appreciative. Right around the corner here is what, you know, the last shaft or adit I was in until they were kind of exploring right here. It's just on the other side of this, so they might have just been seeing if they could find the rest of a vein or something. Oh, that's beautiful. One thing I was going to say too is just right down there, there's what I would call a gravel pit. It is private property, and they do like Ford Bronco. When you buy a new Raptor Bronco thing, you come out here and learn how to drive it on the cool dunes and stuff, and that's cool. But I've had them tell me that I'm on private property, and I've triple, quadruple checked that there is a massive rectangle of private property, and I stay off of it. That service road that then goes over the hill to where they're shooting machine guns, and then where the Subaru is all public land, at least according to the best maps and most research I can do. I have found I don't argue with people out here because, you know, who knows how crazy they are. But then I can't say that they're crazy because I'm out here walking around in the desert going in mines and stuff, so I'm not violent crazy though. I'm just crazy. I tend to film more going back to the car than I do going from the car. Otherwise all you would hear is me trying to breathe. So I know it's kind of anticlimactic to see the hike after I've already done it, but I still really am hiking. It's not fake or anything. It's just a little easier.